More than 3/4 of all adults in America are overweight or obese. According to a recent study, Mississippi topped the list as the fattest state, followed by Louisiana, West Virginia, Tennessee, and South Carolina. And in contrast, the fittest state was Hawaii. Who would have thunk it? Hey, Nevada has the highest percentage of overweight people. That must be true, because just the other day I was in Nevada, I was having an ice cream cone. The guy says, what flavor do you want, fat man? Hey, just saying. Moms demand action. They say nobody should have a gun, and let's look after everybody and take the guns away from all the people who don't do bad things. And now they're really on to this school thing with regard to the NRA. The NRA has a figure that's called Eddie Eagle. And what Eddie Eagle does, and has done for many, many years, is a creation by the NRA. It teaches kids how to handle guns safely. If you find a gun somewhere in the playground, you got to know what to do. Don't touch it and run away and get an adult. And so many things are factored into that. And I got grandchildren that have taken those courses and they love it. It's great. And now the mums are saying, hey, Mums for Action, that's bad. Don't you dare try to teach children how to be safe around a gun. That's an adult's thing. Really, a lot of children do find guns in the woods or whatever. What if a policeman dropped a gun in the mall? And that's happened, by the way, and a kid sees a gun, he needs to know what to do with it. Get over yourself. What's wrong with these people? They're always trying to find something bad when somebody else is trying to do something good. The NRA does so much good. It's an adult program. They say, I don't think so, because if a kid finds a gun, they got to know what to do with it. Muslims in Germany, there's a banner just the other day that was attached to a autobahn overpass in Germany near a Mercedes factory, and it said this: your children will pray to Allah or die. It's not a very nice thing. I mean, ugh. The media there in Germany has reported an opposition to the Muslim invasion. They're calling it that now. They say, there's different counts, but they say for the most part there's over 1 million people that are in the country now, and a lot of them aren't women and children. They say they look like warriors. They're big, strong men. And there's a lot of unrest going on. And the Express, that's a newspaper over in Germany, says this: police in the besieged nation have been confronted with its worst period of violence and civil unrest since the days of Hitler's Nazi, as anger over the government's open-door policy reaches a boiling point. The hate is back, and there's a sharp rise in violence linked to the right-wing extremists. I don't think they needed that last line in there. I'm pretty far right. I mean, I don't go out and shoot people or kill people, and a lot of people are like me. So anyway, they got their own verbiage, but you get the point. There's a lot of things going on. It's scary. It's frightening. Now let's jump over to Canada. Rona Ambrose, she now recently has been given the job as the interim replacement for the former Prime Minister Stephen Harper, and she now gets an extra $80,100 a year in salary, a car, a driver, and the residence of the official leader of the opposition. And she goes on to say this: we've now got to make sure that we're prepared to welcome the next leader with money in the bank and a rejuvenated volunteer base and a caucus that is united and invigorated and empowered. A lot of big words there, don't you know? So that when a leader takes over, things are in the best possible position to take us into the next election. Oh, that kind of wears me out. Now, let's analyze her a little bit. She was a leader, right? She's a leader. I see. She was the leader of Health Canada. It was her job to implement the laws that the government put into place with regard to medical marijuana. She took over $2 billion out of the pockets of Canadian entrepreneurs. It's unbelievable. It took 1.5 years for a lot of guys who are losing $100,000 a month, and they finally surrendered. The government is their enemy, and she was in charge of that. And now she's in charge of this? I don't get any of that. I mean, this is just awful. She couldn't run a 2-person barbecue based on what she did with Health Canada. I mean, good bloody grief. Now, of course, you've got the Trudeau government in Canada who has always said that we're going to legalize marijuana. What will happen now? That's going to be an interesting study. Will he actually do it? Governments are huge lumbering machines, particularly liberal ones, and that's a promise that he made, and he repeated it all the time. Will he do it? How will he do it? It's probably going to be so complicated, and it could be so easy. I mean, I've never smoked a joint in my life, so I'm not coming at it from that perspective. I'm not even in favor of it being legalized from my side, but you know what it is. So he says at least, so do it easy. Get over yourself. What is it? I know it's an agricultural product. So just treat it like you would a carrot or a cucumber or a potato. I just give it over to the farmers. Everything is already in place, and get over it again. You'll start to tax it and we'll all make money, right? I doubt it, because nothing's right with a left-wing whack government. But in any event, there is an easy way to do it and a hard way. Which way will they go? You think about that and let me know, huh? All right, you all come back here tomorrow. We're going to have more for you from the right. See ya.